Today, I'm going to be sharing with you our hand-picked match prediction events for the Champions League Round 5 of this tournament. And based on our hand-picked event, we are going to be sharing with you some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. So, without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first match pick, which will run from Tuesday, the 26th, till Thursday, the 28th. Looking at the first match prediction event here, we are looking at the match between Sparta Prague against Atletico de Madrid. There are some comparison we want to share with you here. First, we want to start with Atletico de Madrid. Recently, Atletico de Madrid had game against the opponent PSG and was able to lead by 2-1. Looking at the offense of PSG, the offense of PSG as compared to that of Sparta Prague, you can see the defense here. Looking at the defense, if the defense of Sparta Prague is more loose as compared to that of PSG, for which Atletico de Madrid was able to score 2 goals against PSG, then there is still the possibility of Atletico de Madrid to score 2 goals or more against Sparta Prague, since the defense of Sparta Prague is weak as compared to that of PSG, which Atletico de Madrid recently had game against it. Now, looking at the next comparison, this team, Atletico de Madrid, as you can see here, had a game against Lille and had a lose up to 3 goals. Now, comparing the offense of Lille, as we can see here, the offense of Lille is almost similar to that of Sparta Prague. And if Lille is able to beat Atletico de Madrid or score up to 3 goals, for which the offense of Lille comparing to that of Sparta Prague is almost the same, as you can see here, then there is still also the possibility of Sparta Prague to also score against Atletico de Madrid. And looking at every comparison here being put in order, we look at therefore two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, of course, both of the two sides have the probability to score against each other. While Atletico de Madrid has the possibility to score about 2 goals, also the home team, Sparta Prague, also had the possibility, is also having that possibility to also score against Atletico de Madrid at least 1 goal or more. And looking therefore at the combined effect or effect, we want to look therefore as goals possibility as one of the biggest or best pick here. That is at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. These are our two major picks based on every comparison for this particular event. Looking at the next event pick, we are looking at Slovan Bratislava against AC Milan. For this particular event, we have put everything in order and we want to look at two major picks here. First, we want to look at the fact that AC Milan is going to beat Slovan Bratislava in this event in full time. Looking at the recent performance of AC Milan, you can see that they have recently had game against Real Madrid and also against Club Brugge, which they have successfully lead 3-1 against Club Brugge, and also against Real Madrid, they have also lead 3-1. Now, comparing Real Madrid with Slovan Bratislava, we are going to see that this is Real Madrid here. If Real Madrid here is having a defense which is, you can see the defense here comparing to that of Real Madrid, if AC Milan was able to beat Real Madrid or score up to 3 goals, but the defense of Slovan Bratislava as compared here is very weak, which is more loose as compared to that of Real Madrid. Therefore, there is still the possibility of AC Milan to score even more goals against Slovan Bratislava. Therefore, we look at AC Milan, which is the away, to lead in full time as one of the major picks here, or to give it a double chance, as well as the possibility of corner kicks. Now, the reason why we look for corner kicks is because looking at Slovan Bratislava, they have recently had two events recently which we have looked at the stats comparison. Slovan Bratislava had recently had game against Dynamo Zagreb and also against Girino, and the rate at which the number of corner kick by Slovan Bratislava was very high. It's a high that is corner team. Against Dynamo Zagreb, they had 11 corners based on this event, and against Girino, they had about 6 corner kicks. And due to the fact that they have very high shoots on and off target, then of course it was being blocked by any defensive team, resulting to more corners. And we also still look at Slovan Bratislava to have more corners here. Therefore, in this event, we have two major picks. Looking at this particular event, we have put everything into consideration. And looking at the fact that Slovan Bratislava is a very high corner kick team, there is still a possible chance of it to cause more shoots off target and on target resulting to blocks, which will lead to corner kicks. Therefore, we are looking at Slovan Bratislava to have over 3 or 4 corner kicks in this event in full time. Secondly, we want to look at AC Milan to lead in full time because the defense of teams which AC Milan has had games against like Real Madrid is more, that is, the defense of Slovan Bratislava is more loose as compared to the teams which the opponent have had game against. If, for example, as we have looked here, AC Milan has recently had game against Real and lead by 3 goals, and the defense of Real is even better as compared to Slovan. Therefore, there is still a possibility of AC Milan to still score even more goal against Slovan Bratislava, since its defense is even more weaker as compared to Real Madrid. Therefore, we look at AC Milan to lead, and we also look at the possibility of Slovan Bratislava to have over 3 corner kicks or 2 to 3 corner kicks in full time for this particular event. Those are our handpick based on this comparison. Looking at the next event, we are looking at Barcelona against Brest on the 26th. And looking at this, first, we want to compare the recent performance of these two. Looking at Brest and Barcelona in this event, Barcelona recently had a game against Crvena Zvezda and also against Bayern Munich, which they lead by 4 against 1. Now, of course, looking at Bayern Munich here, you're going to see that the offense here is 11 and defense is 7. But that of Brest have here, as you can see, the defense and that is the offense and defense of Bayern Munich is not as compared to this. But first, I will share with you the gameplay being played by Brest recently, which they had game against Sparta Prague. If they had game against Sparta Prague and Sparta Prague was able to score 1 goal against Brest, and also they had a game against Bayer Leverkusen and a draw, then if we compare Bayer Leverkusen, as you can see here, Bayer Leverkusen is right down here, as you can see. If Bayer Leverkusen is right here, as you can see here, this is the offense, 6 and 5, and defense. If the offense is 6 and defense is 5, for which if Bayer Leverkusen is able to score at least 1 goal against Brest, then there is still a possibility of Barcelona to score over 1 goal against Brest. And also looking at the fact that this Leverkusen, as you can see, or the next team here, game played against Brest, which is Sparta Prague, was able to score 1 goal against Brest. You're going to see that Sparta Prague is right here. Let's look at Sparta Prague. You're going to see Sparta Prague here. You're going to see that Sparta Prague is here. Its offense is 5, defense is 8. If the offense of Sparta Prague is just 5, but was able to score 1 goal against Brest, but that of Barcelona is about 3 times the offense of Sparta Prague, then it tells us that Barcelona still have the possibility to score even 2 goals or more in this event. And looking at everything, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. Looking at this comparison, we have every reason to state that Barcelona is going to score 1 or 2 goals in this event in full time. That is 1 or 2 goals over in this event in full time. Secondly, we want to look at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. And thirdly, we are looking at the fact that Barcelona is going to have 1 goal over. These are our 3 major picks. First, Barcelona to score over 1 goal. Secondly, 1.5 goal in full time. Thirdly, the possibility of Barcelona to lead in this event in full time. Looking at the next event, we are looking at Man City against Feyenoord. For this event, looking at Man City here, we are looking at recent game they have had. Like recently, they had a game against Sporting and also against Sparta, that is Sparta Prague, and the lead by up to 5 goals is to 0, and against Sporting 4 is to 1. Looking at that of its opponent, on the other hand, they've recently had game against Salzburg and against Benfica. But now, if we look at Salzburg, Salzburg was able to beat Feyenoord or score against Feyenoord up to 3 goals recently. But comparing the offense of Salzburg recently, as you can see here, let's look at Salzburg. If we look at Salzburg here, based on this list, you're going to see that the offense of Salzburg is just 3 and the defense is 10. But looking at the offense, if the offense of Salzburg is just 3 and they were able to score against Feyenoord up to 3 goals, and looking at the fact that Man City offense is better up to 10 as compared to this, which was just Salzburg, which was just 3, then there is still a possible chance of Man City to score in this event, at least 1 or 2 goals. Now, also looking at Feyenoord, the recent game they have recently had against opponents such as Benfica. Benfica lead against them And you can see that for Benfica, Benfica sits here. Let's look at Benfica. If Benfica is here, and looking at the offense of Benfica was 7-5 based on defense, and Benfica was able to lead against Feyenoord by 3 goals, then comparing the offense of Benfica, which was 7, that of Man City here is 10. In other words, there is still a possible chance for Man City to lead against Feyenoord. So everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here. First, we want to look at Man City to lead in full time. Secondly, we want to look at 1.5 goal in full time. And thirdly, 2.5 goal in full time. Every comparison here have shown the possibility of 1.5 goal in full time as well as 2.5 goals, and even the possibility of Man City to lead against Feyenoord in this event in full time. Looking at the next here, we'll look at Celtic against Club Brugge on the 27th here. And of course, first in this event, we have analyzed everything, and corner kick is most of the most occurring event in this particular gameplay. For Celtic, they have recently had games against Leipzig and also against Atalanta. And its offense based on corners have been very, very high. Comparing to that of Club Brugge, we have also looked at every comparison. And what we want to look here is the possibility of corners. For this particular event, of course, Celtic have proved to have more corner kicks based on recent event they have had. Recently, they had a game against Leipzig and they scored 7 corners. They also had game against Atalanta and scored 4 corners. There is the possible chance of Celtic to still have over 2 and 3 corner kick in this event in full time. Therefore, we looked at the home team Celtic to have over 2 corner kicks as well as over 3 corner kick in this particular event in full time is our major pick. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.